Hey guys, it is Tuesday, August 9th, and I'm going to do a quick video. I'm not sure if I'll get to another video for a little while. So real quick, I'm going to do a update on myself. So Tony, most of you know my wife's a teacher, and so she was off the summer, and her and I finished a lot of our last of the major projects. I still have some crown molding and painting to do, but they're little spot jobs. And outside, we finished her she shed. We built a park area about 3,200 square feet, dug trenches, put sprinkler lines in, planted 3 trees, a raywood ash, which we did a ceremony with our friends with that. When we planted that tree, they helped us. We did it in the memory of one of our friends from Monday Night Football. She passed away in June of 2020. And then we got 2 fruitless mulberries going in the very back for some shade, and because our place there's no trees, so it's like a desert. When the sun hits, it's hot. So anyway, we got a lot of the major stuff done. We cleaned out our garage, got boxes unpacked finally. Everything's done, put away. The office has got bookshelves now. She's got her side just about finished. She's got things to hang, and then she'll be done. I've got to finish the doors on the inside. I've got to finish the master bath on the inside. Uh, I've got to finish the master bath bedroom as far as crown molding, caulking, and painting, little things like that. So we worked our butts off for the last 2 months, and in the meantime, we've actually been writing every weekend, which is really great, and kind of in trying to enjoy ourselves while we're at it. So you know that I kind of changed my diet about September, October last year because I was pre-diabetic, and I found that eating vegetables and fruits, I was getting too much sugar. So I went completely the opposite way. I went to high fat, high protein with no carbs at first. I don't have a gallbladder, so I had a real issue with the fat, and found that I cannot eat really high fat right now. Like I can't eat 80/20 hamburger, and I love 80/20 hamburger. In fact, we used to eat the grass fed hamburger, and I can't even tolerate it. I just can't stand the taste of it. And then I bought some grass fed steaks, ribeyes, and New York strips. Neither one of us liked them. I gave them all away. Yeah, $300 worth of meat. And I was like, they just were too fruity. I just didn't like them. So good old Costco, that's where we get our ribeyes and New York strips. Uh, but anyway, so I've changed that. I have what you call backslidden this summer with Tony being off. We've consumed some donuts and some Oreo ice cream cake off and on. We don't buy it and keep it in the house, but when we feel like it, we go get it. And it's usually a weekend. We'll go get some sweets for the weekend, and uh, and we'll snack on those. So I did consume sugar, but I have brought my A1C. It was 6.0, and I brought it down to 5.7, and it should start dropping. But what I've noticed about my history, and I told my doctor this because I just had a visit with him. I said, I've been 5.6, 5.7 for a long time, and you've never said anything to me. Not until I got 6.0. He goes, yeah, because it was so consistent, it never went up. I didn't worry about it. But I said, I was eating a lot of fruits and vegetables that are nothing but sugar. I said, I thought I was eating clean and healthy. I said, I wasn't. And I've learned that the body does not recognize sugar, whether it's fruit sugar, uh, any kind of sugar. All it knows is it's a carbohydrate. And I've learned that. So it doesn't matter, people, if you're eating fruits and vegetables. And I got to where I was eating a lot of sweet vegetables like peas. I didn't really eat any corn. once in a while maybe, but not very often. So I learned the opposite of researching high fat, high protein diets, and learned just the opposite of what I learned 7 years ago when I went clean and juicing. And although it did help me, I truly believe it helped me through my gender reassignment surgery. I healed really fast. I didn't keloid everywhere. I did keloid on my chest, and I even keloid a little on a tattoo I have, one and only tattoo I have gotten. And so I keloid pretty easy, and I didn't do that with the gender reassignment surgery, and everything healed so fast. The doctors were really impressed with my healing. So I do contribute that to the clean eating and stuff. I never gave up meats or anything, but I was trying to be healthier, and you know, in the beginning ate the tofu. I didn't really like it, but Tony loved it. And then, of course, Tony was diagnosed with the cancer in 2015. And so we cut all that out right away. And I kind of felt bad. I thought, man, did I encourage that in her body? You never know. So, anyway, yeah, so I changed my diet, and I can tell you what I feel. So, when I'm strict, basically, I personally don't eat any carbs. I just eat meat, butter, eggs. I will have cheese when I'm craving it. I have had a glass of goat milk once in a while. Um, I haven't had any kefir, and I haven't had any yogurt. So, yeah, so that's my diet mainly. And I do just fine. I'm not even, I'm not eating for a satisfaction in taste, although the steaks are wonderful. I'm not looking for, oh, good, I don't know how to even explain this, but I'm not food driven. I eat and I eat until I'm stuffed. And then sometimes I'm not hungry for a meal in the afternoon, so I just have a snack. And I found some beef jerky that's sugar free and doesn't have any carbs in it. And I think it's made by Tilbrook or something like that. But they're the long, round uh, jerkies. So I snack on those, and I drink mineral water uh, and lots of water. And I don't drink, I don't consume anything else. So over the weekend, over the summer, I did participate in the 4th of July, but I found myself taking all the condiments and bread and pickles and all that stuff off my hamburger and just eating the hamburger. I did eat some chips, but what I found was every time I break down and have a donut, or I have some ice cream, or I break down and have some chips like I did, I'm bloated. And honestly, I don't feel good. I don't feel bad like sick, but it just kind of changes my mood, if that makes sense. And so I don't know if I'm playing a trip on myself, feeling guilty, and my mood's changing out of the guilt. I don't know, but I did notice that. So another thing that is going on, and I do feel good when I'm not if I eat a donut once in a while, that's okay. But if I'm eating a donut one weekend and the next weekend we're going to get something, no, I can't do that. It's too much for my system. And you can tell with me immediately when I'm not eating, excuse me, when I'm eating carbohydrates, because I swell up. Like these two, my veins right here, they don't show. I look like a football player. I have all neck, no head. Uh, so, um, and I'll probably look a lot older because when you lose weight and you got weight in your face, I don't know if my sinuses I'll ever get rid of this because of the allergies and stuff. But um, and I'll probably get wrinkles. My mom is pretty wrinkled, and I tend to take after her in that way. So you might see me looking older, but just remember I'm feeling better. or else I wouldn't be doing it. So, anyway, on that note, let's go into what's going to be happening to me. And this is the reason why I'm doing the video. This is just about me and no trans stuff. But had my right shoulder repaired last July, injured them both October of 2020, and didn't think I was going to have the left repaired. But through all the projects Tony and I have done, talking about digging over 300 feet of trenching to lay our sprinklers, uh, yeah, I'm going to have I I went to the doctor because I knew that something's going on. I'm going to have it looked at. And he told me last year I'll probably be in with the left shoulder. So yes, I've developed a bone spur on this bone, so I cannot lift my arm like right here without it hurting. That bone spur is in that joint, and he said it's a good size one, and it's just going to get bigger. So he has to go in and take that out or whatever he does to it, chisel it out. He thinks that I might have frayed the bicep like I did my other one. He'll see. So I have an appointment with him. He ordered a CAT scan, had that done, and I have an appointment with him Thursday to schedule surgery. So uh, that'll be happening. I'm not having my left hand done because it's not as bad as my right one was, and I don't think it's worth the surgery. Uh, yeah, I'm not having the problems I had. So another thing has developed in me in the last 6 weeks, maybe 2 months now, is I have been feeling like my bones can break really easy. I don't have constant pain, but like I went to open up the exit door with the bars, and it felt like I jammed my wrist, and it was just spontaneous pain, but it was excruciating pain. And then it went away. I shook it off, and it was gone. And I try to wear compression stockings because my lower legs swell up so bad. I asked Tony to help me take off one, and it felt like she broke my foot, the top bones on my foot. So I've been feeling bone pain throughout my body, and I was concerned because I do have rheumatoid arthritis in my family, osteoporosis in my family, arthritis. I have arthritis. See the joints. You can probably see them in my knuckle, my like right here. Yeah. So I did go to the doctor over that. He ran some lab work, some autoimmune lab work, I guess. Everything came out okay except for the ANA. Anybody knows what that is? It's an auto antibody something. I don't know. But I'm usually high because of my Hashimoto's. But he said I was triple, and that's not normal. So went to a rheumatologist, and he said that everything looked good, and asked me my symptoms. Told him. He felt around. He goes, well, he goes, you have fibromyalgia. He goes, your nerve endings they'll all fire off at different times. And I said, wow, it feels like bones, like my bones are going to break. And he started laughing at me. He said, no, those are the nerves. And I said, wow. Because my doctor mentioned that, my foot doctor, when I told him about the compression stocking. And I just kind of waved it off thinking, he's crazy. Nerve. I mean, I know what nerve pain is in my foot, and it didn't feel like that burning sensation. But anyway, so I was not going to take any medication, and Tony uh, talked me into taking the one with the least side effects and see how it makes me feel. Because I've realized with this pain, I looked at her and said, I'm glad that we got everything done because I don't know how much I can do, how much more I can do. I think I could do a little at a time and then recover, but I'm concerned that, uh, I'm just concerned. And so we started that. It'll be a week tonight that I've been on it, and the pain never stayed. It's just spontaneous. And or if I bump it or hit it a certain way, my bones or my whatever, I guess, uh, I guess the nerves react to it. So I've got to call him and let him know, or email him and let him know how the first week went. One of the downfalls of this medication, which I knew on all these medications, is weight gain. And I looked at Tony and she just said, "At least you know you're not doing it." Just go. Yeah, you know, I wouldn't have a problem being heavier. I really would, because as you get older, that's what happens anyway. But I have a freaking spare tire around my gut that I just can't stand. And if I could get that excess off, um, I think mentally I'd be okay with my weight being heavier. Uh, Honestly, I think it's a good 30 pounds. Is how much middle stash I've got underneath my skin. So, yeah, so I'm going into surgery. I've been diagnosed with fibromyalgia. I'm on a new medication. And yeah, we'll see what goes on. I'm hoping to maybe do a video after my surgery sometime. Tony goes back to work Friday, and she gets students the following Wednesday. So it'll be back to me and our children, our four-legged children, and just household chores and outside maintenance, and back to what we call a normal schedule around here. But anyway, take care of yourself. Take it one day at a time, and always make your journey as simple as possible. We'll talk to you later.